with Manicure Perfection, and today we have Yeva, my good friend.
Yeah, hi.
So, today we have some interesting topics for you guys.
Yes.
While I'm doing her nails, we already have the base laid on, so now we're just going to do like a cute pink French design with some Minnie Mouse Disney characters. Today we're going to be talking about guys, right?
Yes.
And the reason why I chose Eva to come here for this topic, because
I'm a professional heartbreaker. Even heartbreakers suffer a heartbreak. Okay, let me tell you. What do you think about the idea of three loves in like the span of lifetime? One is like, have you ever seen it?
I've heard about
like,
that, yeah.
One is like your young love, second one is like your toxic love, and the third one is like your true soulmate. What do you think about that?
I've heard about that, and honestly, I don't know. I really don't know.
Because I feel like I've experienced like more than, and not like...
More than three?
Yeah, because I feel like my first ever boyfriend, I was in middle school, right? And he was kind of like super cute. I'm like, okay, that's it. I am obsessed. And you know, that was the type of love where like you write in your diary.
Yeah,
and you're kind of just like try to do the things that he likes, so he like notices you.
Yeah.
And I did that. I literally learned how to skateboard. And wrote a whole book about him.
Oh my god. So were you guys dating? Did you guys end up dating?
Okay.
Because I'll tell you my experience after.
I saw him, and he was kind of cool at the time, and in middle school, because he was like skateboarding, dressing cool, whatever, you know. And I just moved to America.
Right.
So I didn't really have English or anything like that. And
wait, how old were you? What grade were you in?
8. So 14, like just beginning of when, you know,
puberty and
when you like first, you know, start to wonder about love and stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
So I learned how to skateboard, and he was kind of just like friend zoning me for the longest, because I was like this nice girl that didn't know shit, no connections, no nothing.
Right.
And we were just like spending a lot of time, but like he always kept me
at a distance.
Yeah. And I feel like,
was he American?
He was also Russian, but he was kind of like born here, and like he didn't have an accent or anything.
Right.
So he already knew like what's up.
Yeah.
Kind of. And yeah, after that, like he kind of just like friend zoned me, and I was fighting for his love, but like I was playing cool, because like when you're like in middle school, you can't just like come up to him and be like, yo, I like you, like let's date.
Yeah.
So then I went through a phase, and I actually got cool friends and started going to like little house parties and stuff like that. And I came up to him like the summer after 8th grade, so like before we were going to 9th.
Right.
And I was like, listen, I really like you, like, do you want to just date? He was like, yeah, I always liked you too. And I was like, that's cap. I was like, that's cap, but okay.
Okay.
So then we started dating, and then I cheated on him. Well, I didn't cheat, I like kissed another boy or something.
So, okay, here's my thing, because I had like that too, like in middle school, like I don't think the guy he didn't like me at all. Like I was like loser, ugly, like in middle school, and I was like obsessed with him, and he knew I was obsessed with him, but like we would like
they
talk
always know.
Yeah, and we would like talk on the phone and stuff, but he wouldn't, like, he didn't want to date me, you know?
Yeah.
So, but I don't necessarily consider that like any of my loves, like even
that's
though
what
it
I'm
felt
saying.
like that.
So I feel like that theory is not really correct.
Well, here's my thing on the theory, because I've only had 2 relationships or 2 real loves. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I haven't gotten to the 3rd one yet to know if that's like a true thing or not.
Okay, another theory. So do you think the people that are writing this bullshit about 3 loves are just not really out there? Because I promise you, if you come to like a super popular girl that's like out and about, right? Partying and stuff like that, and trying like different guys out, like going on dates a lot, I can bet you like $5,000, $1 million that she definitely experienced more than like 3 or 4 loves. It's just different in a sense. I feel like,
well, just because she has a lot of experience doesn't mean she's experienced love a lot, because love is kind of hard to come by. No?
Not really. I mean, I feel like I loved my first boyfriend, and I definitely loved my second one, and I definitely loved my third one, and I most definitely loved my 4th one. I just don't know, like, what do you consider love, you know? Love doesn't work out in the long run.
Yeah, just love alone? No, it doesn't.
Okay, let me ask you, what do you think are, like, the main signs that a guy likes you, like initially?
I'll tell you this right now. I think the main thing is not being confused. So like if you're confused,
oh my god, that's a huge one, right?
Yeah.
If you don't know what's going on, that's it. This man does not fucking like you.
Yeah, straight up. If you're confused, then most likely he's not that into you, like he says.
I know, right?
But if he is like laying it down for you, like you will just know. I feel like by his actions, not by his words, but by his actions.
I feel like sometimes females are like kind of like trying to convince themselves otherwise.
No, they do, and
like,
I do too.
Me too. I'm just like, oh, well, he did it because of this, because I said that one time, and then like because of that, like I don't know, and it's a whole maze of like actions that we think lead to him acting like an asshole. When people don't work out, like you can't just hold on to them and like try to keep on working it out. Yeah, you have to let go and like find somebody who clicks with you and you can spend the best time with. Like, don't settle.
Otherwise, you're just forcing it. And if a guy likes you, also, he'll always call you. Not always call you, but like
he will make sure to be in contact with you like throughout days. You know, it's never gonna be like you text one day, then he like shows up randomly in a week. Right. That just means he literally is horny. He wants to fuck, and he doesn't have any other plans to attend. Yeah, exactly. Literally. And if he's being shady. If you even think like the slightest shady or lie about even something so stupid, he's not with you. Yeah. Which, by the way, I do want to clarify, me and Eva live two completely different lives. Extremely different. I'm like out and about. Eva, she's very well like connected, which is like a thing in New York. I'm not from New York. She's very on the scene kind of person, and me, I'm from the suburbs, from Virginia. You know, I'm a mom to 2-year-olds. Basically, what I'm trying to say is we live two completely different lives, so I think it's interesting to kind of get both of our point of views on these things. Honestly, my point of view is once the person is out of your life, like they have to be out of your life. That's true. I feel like for me, like the only exceptions would be like the person would have had to have changed, like gone through some kind of epiphany or therapy or something. Something to where they have changed, and you have to know that they have changed by getting to know them again, not by like just diving back into a relationship or whatever, like right away or getting too close. I wanted to ask you, because you mentioned the no contact method. Can you explain what is the no contact method? I was on TikTok. My whole For You page was literally no contact, no contact. I'm like, what the fuck is no contact? Basically, it's men love to chase kind of thing. Yeah. And they like to have something that they can't get. Right. And usually the reason why he doesn't really want you like that is because you're super available. Right. Because when girls like guys, go with their flow instead of going with their own flow. Right. I understand. And in the moment, I feel like it's extremely difficult to actually notice you doing it because you're kind of thinking, oh, I really like the guy and I just like spending time with him. Right. So why not? Right. But you really do have to stay a little bit unavailable and a little bit, you know, you have to like focus on yourself. You have to be a priority in your own life for you to be a priority in his life. Absolutely. So no contact basically kind of shows you that like you have to block him everywhere, remove all his pictures, completely do not contact him. And if he contacts back, you have to, you know, see it, like go meet with him. Do not confess your feelings. Just kind of stay neutral. Be like, yeah, sure, I can like go talk to you, you know, it's fine, like we can go have a dinner, it's no problem. Wait, did they say on TikTok or like how long the guy would come back after you do this? Usually they're saying a month, but I feel like it depends how patient the guy is and how much of an ego he has. Because if he like has a massive ego, chances are he's never coming back. And that's what I want to say. That's the kind of guy you don't need anyway because those guys are assholes. They are. They're narcissists and their ego is huge and they will literally always pick themselves. Straight up. And it's just like, it's important for us as women to like understand that like not every guy is for us. Yeah, and if you really like a guy and it doesn't work out, like don't take it personal. But it's very hard in the moment. If you really do need to come back, learn your lesson, get the fuck out of there, you know? Right, yeah, absolutely. Like if you're literally like shaking to get back with him and like you cannot get him out of your head, like I would say like try it, but he's not gonna respect you anymore.
Yeah.
He'll if anything, he'll respect you less for that and treat you even worse than the first time. You know?
Yeah. He'll know he can get away with.
Exactly. Shit like you're just gonna let it slide. You know?
Right. Yeah. No, you're absolutely right. And I've learned that too, like from experience. But at the same time, like you kind of said, like if someone's stuck on your mind, you should definitely go for it, and you'll definitely learn a lesson. Like,
definitely, yeah. It's gonna be painful all over again. Like, but
at the end of the day,
it helps though.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, if that dude really fucks with you, he won't see you as any less.
Exactly.
You know
if he really loves you, he'll take it as an opportunity to change and be a better man. If everything just goes back to how it was, then your best belief he's literally playing you again.
And those kind of guys, even if you like them and they don't like you, you don't want them in your life anyway. And I'm telling you, I know everybody says shit like that after a breakup, but it's literally so true.
It is so true. That's what I'm saying. And I remember you telling me this. I remember we were talking. I was at your house and we were having this conversation. But at the time, whenever you're in this position and you feel this way, you're so you don't understand it.
Yeah.
All your brain can tell you is text this man, text this man, please. Just you're just hoping that the next message that you receive is literally from this guy. Yeah. And it's just the worst feeling on earth, you know? And your heart drops literally when he calls and you're like, oh my God, this is the best day ever, even though he literally said hi.
Yeah,
or
that's
yo.
it. Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yo. And it's it's sad, but it's reality, you know? And I don't think it's only men that play girls like that. Hell no. You know,
no. Yeah.
I've had plenty of times that I've played guys like that, and it's sometimes you just keep people around to fill in space.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, that could be you.
If we call those space fillers.
Space fillers, literally. I don't know what it is, but people don't like to be alone and left out.
Yeah.
And whenever they don't have a better option,
yeah,
you know, they will keep you in their life just to fill in the space because they're bored that day, or they don't have anybody to smoke with or have a beer with or whatever it is. Watch a movie.
It is, yeah.
You know, and it's important to understand that it's do you really want to be a space filler, or do you want to be a main character in someone's life?
Right. And the other thing is too, when you're dating to marry, per se, guys will also act like that, and they will act they still want a space filler, even if you're not partying or watching movie or anything. Let's say it's just you and the kid and the guy.
Yeah.
You know, the guy just wants literally just not to be alone, literally just to have someone around. But he could totally not be that into you. You know what I mean?
That is so true. Okay, you started saying something about a book about men loving bitches. I've actually never read the book, but I've
never read it either.
One of my best friends read it. Basically, it's one of the stories.
Or just
from
something
the book,
separate?
From the book.
Okay.
And it was basically this girl, a guy invites her on a crazy trip to somewhere. Super expensive yachts, everything, whatever, you know? And she likes him and he likes her, you know? But she has her friend's party or some book meeting or something super small. It's small, but it's meaningful, right?
Right.
So it's instead of going to this crazy Bahamas trip or something with him, she's no, I'm sorry, I have to attend this book meeting, book club. And he's what the fuck, you know? Are you good in the head?
Yeah.
You know? And she's well, it's very important to me, you know, it's something I enjoy doing, and I'd much rather do that. She didn't say that, but she's I really enjoy doing it, and I can't miss it, kind of thing.
Right.
So he ends up going to this vacation without her, and he can't get her out of his mind because she literally dubbed him and his stupid ass vacation for a book club.
Right.
So this guy ends up literally flying there and going to the book club with her or something. Yeah. It was something along the lines. I'm not sure, but I think.
If you guys know what she's talking about or has read that book,
please
leave in the comments.
Yeah, leave in the comments because I'm not sure exactly what it was, but basically that was the story.
That's cute.
Yeah. So
that's how you know if a guy likes you.
Yeah, you just have to I feel you can literally play any man possible.
No, you can.
If you're not available, but sometimes I personally get to a point, it's like, do I really want to play games, or do I just want to go along with my feelings?
Okay, at the point at where I'm at in my life, like personally, I would prefer like not to play games, like unless like I'm getting something like major out of it.
Do you think it's always an ongoing game with everyone?
What do you mean with everyone?
Like, do you think people just constantly need to play games? Because I feel like there's a pattern. Like, if you don't like a guy, he's gonna automatically like you, right?
Yeah.
Tell me not.
No, that's true.
And if you really like a guy, he's automatically not gonna like you.
Yeah.
So then the theory is they're probably not your soulmate, correct?
Correct.
So then why the fuck stay with a person that you don't like? Or the person that doesn't like you as much? You should just move on to the next. Move on to the next. Keep on trying, because you're never going to be happy in either of those cases, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. She's absolutely right.
You know?
And honestly, being with somebody who maybe you don't like that much, but they like you, is honestly just as miserable.
As miserable, thank you.
As being with somebody
who
you really like that doesn't like you.
I know. I don't even know which one's worse.
Getting my heart broken is better than breaking someone else's heart, because... Yeah. Because when my heart is broken, at least I can walk away with a clear conscience.
Exactly. You know? Yeah. At least you're just like, okay, you know, it's over. Like, because it also puts you to like, you want to go to the gym. Yeah. You want to like start a business. You want to go back to school. You're like all over the place. But like, don't you like see how like there's literally patterns within like everybody? Like, we all go through the same shit just because we cannot learn a simple lesson of letting go. Let go.
Right.
If you don't like someone, let the fuck go.
Right.
If somebody doesn't like you, let the fuck go. I listen a lot to my mom. She's like a, you know, actual psychologist, and she's in a pretty happy marriage right now. And what she was telling me, she was basically saying a man is supposed to love you more.
Yeah.
And eventually she told me that you will fall in love with him because of his actions. But like, I can't. Like, I tried, and I feel like I stayed in one of the relationship where I really like did not like the guy, all that, you know, and it's just like,
yeah, same.
And I was just suffering, you know, and I was like, I remember praying to God, literally saying, oh my God, can I just love somebody for once? Because 3 of my first relationships was with guys literally being obsessed with me, not leaving me the fuck alone. I mean, like, not really feeling it, all that.
Right. And
then I got what I asked for. And it just hurt it even more.
For me, like, all of my relationships have always been where I like the guy more.
Yeah.
So this is my first time really experiencing the guy liking me more. And I think it sucks. Because I would be the one asking, oh my God, can someone just love me?
I was in bed, I remember one morning, and I was like, please, God, like, because I just could not stand him anymore. And I'm like, God, please just send someone my way that I fucking truly love, you know? I suffered that relationship. I mean, honestly, it was fun in the beginning. But then, like, just dies off because the guy's not really into you. And guys are not, like, women. Like, they will not, like, you know, sit there and suffer in silence.
Right.
They will go and fucking cheat and treat you like shit, you know?
Right, absolutely. Yeah, you're right.
Women sit there and suffer.
Why do we do that?
I feel like it's because
we're scared to hurt their fucking feelings,
right,
but they're not scared to hurt ours.
Literally, I'm always so self-conscious about hurting someone's feelings, and I'm just like, oh my God. Yeah. Like, I just feel like this guy's gonna go kill himself, and that's not the case. He's not.
So here's a finished product. Thank you so much for watching us. We really had a nice time talking with you guys.
Thank you, everyone. Here are the nails.
Yes. Beautiful, right?
We love them.
Yes. Okay, thank you so much. Mwah. Hope to see you again.